Hi, this is Dr. JMR Chemistry. Today I would like to explain about problems based on chemical equations. So here, problem-oriented questions plays a major role in competitive type of exams. First problem, calculate the number of moles of oxygen produced when 6 moles of potassium chloride by the decomposition. Means indirectly nor directly, here it is relation between moles and moles. When 6 moles of potassium chloride means the chemical formula of potassium chloride is KClO3. Then first write the chemical equation which are involved in this question. That is KClO3 gives rise to KCl plus O2. So KClO3 means potassium chloride. KCl means potassium chloride. So write the chemical reaction which are involved in this question. And after that, balance the chemical reaction. Balancing plays a major role in this chemical equation. So here 2KClO3 gives rise to 2KCl plus 3O2 because left side 2 potassium and right side also 2 potassium. Left side 2 chlorine atoms, right side 2 chlorine atoms, and left side 2 3 are 6 oxygen atoms, and right side also 3 2 are 6 oxygen. Now it is balanced. Indirectly nor directly, 2 moles of KClO3. So based on the chemical equation, that is reaction coefficients, generally we'll consider as a mole. 2 moles of KClO3 gives rise to 2 moles of KCl and 3 moles of oxygen. So here in this reaction, so the relation between KClO3 and oxygen, because here you are going to calculate the number of moles of oxygen produced, means the relation between KClO3 and oxygen, 2 moles of KClO3 gives 3 moles of oxygen. That is the relation. So here in this question, find the number of moles of given, means 6 if 6 moles of KClO3 on decomposition gives how many moles of oxygen? That's our question. Generally, based on the chemical equation, 2 moles of KClO3 produce 3 moles of oxygen. This relation, the relation between KClO3 and O2. 6 moles of KClO3 produce or it gives how many moles? So based on the reaction, 2 moles of KClO3 gives 3 moles of oxygen. Then 6 moles of KClO3 produce how many moles? So here 6 into 3 divided by 2 crisscross. So you will get 9 moles of oxygen. So like this, first you have to do balancing, chemical reaction, balancing, and the relation between KClO3 and O2. Then 6 moles gives how much? Like this you have to do. Next problem. So here 9 moles of oxygen is produced. So next question. How many moles of hydrogen are needed to completely react with 18.4 moles of oxygen? Means hydrogen react with nitrogen generally? How many moles of indirectly hydrogen is needed? So first, write the chemical reaction related to this equation. Indirectly, nitrogen react with hydrogen to form ammonia. This process is very important that we can call it as Haber's process. Very important in the preparation of ammonia gas. So we'll use by Haber's process. Very important. So balanced equation, balance the chemical equation. That is nothing but 1 mole of nitrogen react with the 3 moles of hydrogen required react to form 2 moles of ammonia. Here the relation between nitrogen hydrogen only. So generally 1 mole of nitrogen required 3 moles of hydrogen based on the chemical equation. So 18.4 moles of nitrogen required how many moles of hydrogen? So use crisscross method, that's all. 18.4 into 3. So automatically you will get 55.2 moles of hydrogen gas is required for complete reactor here to react 18.4 moles of nitrogen. So concept is clear. I request all the students, please do these problems. Okay, beta. Next problem. Calculate the number of moles of chlorine required to react with 6 moles of ammonia to form nitrogen chloride and hydrogen chloride. Next question. How many moles of aluminum oxide are required to react with 20 moles of carbon to form aluminum carbide and carbon monoxide? It is nothing but carbon monoxide. Mono means one oxygen atom. Next question. How many moles of baking soda are formed when 8 moles of sodium carbonate react with carbon dioxide and water? Next, last question. How many moles of phosphoric acid are required to react with potassium bromide to form potassium phosphate and hydrogen bromide? So here do these problems, and also here next set of problems. How many moles of sodium hydroxide are formed when 20 moles of sodium are dissolved in water? Next question. Calculate the number of moles of ammonia required to react chlorine gas to form ammonium chloride and 5 moles of nitrogen gas. Calculate the number of moles of bleaching powder required to react 6 moles of ammonia to form calcium chloride, water and nitrogen gas. Calculate the number of moles of calcium phosphide required to react with water to form 28 moles of calcium hydroxide and phosphine. Yes, do these problems. Thank you. This is Dr. JMR, JMR CHEMISTRY.